Ciao Juventini of the world, ciao non-Juventini of the world, ciao calcio lovers, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome on the channel, or welcome back if it's already the second video that you are watching today on the channel. Of course, the one of this morning was 100% 360 degree about Juventus. Now we'll speak about calcio. Why? Because you see the frame is really clearly telling you Gjustcalcio, Giuseppe from GJustjuve, a Juve fan that is speaking also about calcio, something else than Juventus, because Juventus was not playing today. We'll try to analyze that Inter versus Salernitana game, that Inter destroyed Salernitana 5-0. We'll try to be objective in analyzing it. If you're a Juventino, you're asking yourself, Beppe, why? Why are you analyzing a team that is not Juventus? We want only Juve. It is important. It is important when we are comparing Juventus player, Juventus as a team. And it's important to understand also the other teams. What are they doing? How are they playing? Also because maybe in 1 day or 2 days, they will be our opponents. So studying them. Important. And if we want to have a full picture, it's better to know as much teams and as much players as we can. If you are a non-Juventino and you are asking, Beppe, you are Juventino, why are you speaking about my team, Milan, Inter, Fiorentina? It's because, first of all, I am a calcio lover. I grew up with the love for the ball, then I became a Juventino. It's because I love football and I also want to try to be objective. Guys, we start. Inter destroyed Salernitana. What was I thinking before the game? Was I thinking that maybe there would be a draw? Was I thinking that maybe Salernitana could do the surprise? No, I was hoping it. Of course I was hoping it. I'm a Juventino. There is nothing that makes me more happy than when Inter is losing. Of course not. But realistically, thinking with my brain, I predicted a 4-0 for Inter. Inter did even better than 4-0. They did 5-0. So we will try to enter into that game with a few stats. Quite easy, quite fast. You can see them on the left side of my screen. Let me put it on because I forgot to put it on, of course. So you can see it now. 60% possession for Inter, 40% for Salernitana. And maybe you might think that Salernitana, they fought back. Maybe it was a difficult game. 60-40 is not a disaster, but then you see the shots. 23 with 12 on goals for Inter, 11 with only 3 on target for Salernitana. Inter won everything that was possible. You see it down SofaScore. Everything is green for the team that has the most touches, corners, whatever. The most thing is in green, and you see that everything is green in that ranking. They won the corner kick with 10. Even the yellow card, they won everything that was possible. Why? Because it's quite easy, guys. If we're speaking about that game, Salernitana, they played for 7 minutes, 4 minutes in the first half, where they were about to take the lead, and maybe that's the moment where I was thinking, pay attention. The bottom teams in the last part of the season, they are giving their life. They are trying everything because they want to avoid relegation. I was thinking maybe with Verdi that missed totally. Otherwise, they could have taken the lead with 1-0 and then it changed the game. No, only 4 minutes because then Inter start to become the bulldozer that won 5-0. Playing super well. They started to take that block and putting a lot more offensively than what Juventus is doing. They wanted to take the lead. They wanted to take the initiative. They were communicated really beautifully. I saw a lot of triangles communicating between their players. Barella, that played really great. At the 75th minute, he had already 84 touches, 20 touches more than the other second Inter player that touched most balls. Barella was amazing. Not only amazing in his way of playing, but also with his assist. Guys, how did he start? Inter start because, 4 games without scoring any goal. Lautaro Martinez, last goal was in 2021, long time ago. A lot of criticism towards Inter, not only by the other teams, but also by the Inter fans themselves, because if you are not able to score in 4 consecutive games in Champions League, in Coppa Italia, in Serie A, if one of your 2 strikers, Lautaro Martinez, that did so good last year, is not able to score in 2022, and we are already March, there is a problem. If you had so many points ahead of Milan and Napoli, and you see that now, even if you have one game in hand, you are below them, and we will check immediately the ranking, you can see it. Inter now has 58 with 27 games, and you have immediately 57 and 57 for Napoli and Milan that will play against each other tomorrow. Of course, the Inter fans start to be really stressed, and it makes totally sense. I understand them, and that's where the game is starting. They start, Inter wants to do the game, they are doing the game, they are doing it quite well. What's happening? Cursed. They are cursed because they need 4 or 5 attempts before scoring, before the goal of Lautaro Martinez, the first one. What's happening is also that Lautaro Martinez, after shooting next to the goal, on target but not scoring, is also hitting the woodwork. Lautaro Martinez, at this 4th or 5th attempt, he's opening the score, and you see how happy he is because he needed that goal. Of course, it is Salernitana. Of course, our ex-boys like Dragujin and Castanos, that were Castanos ex-Juve youth player. Dragujin even played in first team last year. He's on loan, still our boy. They were not at the level. Absolutely not. Dragujin was playing next to Fazio from Roma. Both of them were a disaster. They were not able to contain Lautaro Martinez. At the end of the first half, the guy touched already 25 balls, 11 balls in the final third of Salernitana, 8 shots, 4 towards the goal on target, and 2 goals. One time he hit the woodwork. Disaster. They were not able to keep him. He was really violent, and he was killing Salernitana. Barella, I told you, for me, the man of the match. Even more than Lautaro Martinez that scored an hat-trick, even more than Dzeko that scored 2 goals. Barella was everywhere, touching so many balls, being there where he had to be. I was a bit worried for the national team in March. We will play versus Macedonia first and maybe Turkey or Portugal to qualify to the World Cup. I was a bit worried about the last performances of Barella because I saw that he was totally out of shape, out of form. I saw him versus Milan in Coppa Italia. Remember the boring game? I was a bit worried. Today he showed how strong he is. What a player. What a player. Today he was opening the defense of Salernitana like Moses at the time. Long time ago, like Moses opened the sea. It was that easy with that penetration assist. Beautiful. Lautaro Martinez was able to go through Fazio and Dragujin 2 times. Boom, goal. And another time, boom, goal. Left foot, great. It is what it is, guys. We can't complain too much. Inter was that stronger. I said pay attention to Lautaro, otherwise they will kill you in the second half. We see that Salernitana is trying again for 3 minutes in the second half. They give up. They give up. Not only giving up on the game of today, but they also probably gave up on fighting for the relegation. It's over. They are probably the first team that will go in Serie B, and it's also deserved because a team like Salernitana, I always say, if you want to have 20 teams in Serie A, why not? But then you need quality teams, and that's not possible. Look at Salernitana, not good. Then they will probably play the game of their life versus Juventus. Who knows? Maybe they will even win versus Juventus. Everything is possible in life, but they don't deserve to remain in Serie A. It is a disaster, even with the winter market that they did, because they changed nearly everyone. They bought Dragujin and so on and so on. Disaster. Ribéry was not there today. Poor guy. I hope he's doing well because he had a car accident and he will be absent for 1 week. So luckily not really dangerous, not something really to worry about, but he was not able to play today. But even with Ribéry, nothing would have changed. It was like that. Inter had to win that game. They are back in the run for the Juventini that were thinking and believing in the Scudetto. It will be hard, guys. Inter losing first versus Salernitana, I didn't see it, and today they were showing that probably they are the strongest of Serie A. Will that mean that they will win it? No, of course not, because there are so many games to play still, but they are strong. They are strong, and we have to admit it. Today they play really well. Again, for me, Barella, man of the match, but then Dzeko as well. 2 goals. One was nearly offside. It was not. VR called it back and then gave it again because it was correct. 5-0 deserved for the Interisti. They are first in Serie A. Guys, I showed you the rating on Sofa scores. You see Barella 9.1 for me, man of the match. Lautaro 9.6 with a hat-trick and 9.4 for Dzeko. they were strong. They were strong. It is what it is, guys. Let me know what you think about that format of GJustcalcio. Let me know what you think about the beautiful art of my friend Aman. Put a maximum of like if you want these videos a bit more on the channel. Today we spoke about Inter, like we spoke about Inter versus the Derby. Tomorrow, if I'm home, I will watch Roma versus Atalanta. That is really interesting for Juventus. A really crucial game. Hopefully Roma will win. If you want videos like that more and more, let me know in the comment with a maximum of like. Subscribe to the channel. Forza Calcio, Forza Juve. Ciao guys.